Make your move, lift your sword. You wish to prove you are the warlord. A step so faint, voice so low. Isn't it quaint? This place that you know. Reaching deep, search your soul, and then take the leap straight towards your goal. A target locked, swing like hell. A spirit shocked in a broken shell. Conquered beast, a rescued heart, a safely released to make a fresh start. You are strong. This I see is this. This is why this song is spitting by me, never-endingly, making cracks in my skin as my demons begin to surface from within. My mind will start to spin. The craziness sets in, and I can't help but grin while my wounds leak with sin. Oh, how foolish I've been, believing I could win. A sick insomniac with nowhere left to go, just a timid maniac and her gun without ammo. I steered off track and I sank so low. The strength I lack, I rue it so. You saw me crack beneath my woe, like a sneak attack to a feeble doe. Keep to my back so I won't know, as you paint me black from head to toe and proceed to ransack my mind till I'm hollow. You made me, but you played me. You'd dissuade me when you degrade me. I wanted freedom, you forbade me. You stole but never paid me. Don't try to persuade me. We know you betrayed me. A desolate zone, dark graveyard tones, where a mental cyclone speaks in monotone upon a false throne that's made of weak stone. Here disaster is sown, and failure is grown, hopelessly alone. And blood that's my own, that puts chills in my bones, that I've always known. One echo, two echoes, three echoes, four. I count them because they're hard to ignore. I count them till I just can't anymore. In my room of echoes, there is no door. They bounce between the ceiling and the floor as they intend to stay forevermore. Those sweet nothings I've never heard before. When they echo, they warm me to my core. In just a few words, we know I'm done for. The echoes will talk, the echoes will row. A cry will echo when my heart is sore. They'll laugh, they'll jest, they'll seduce me and more. At least I can say they're never a bore. In fact, these echoes are quite a door. You steered me wrong with your pretty song. It had been so long since I felt so strong and like I might belong. But oh, I was wrong. They were lies all along. All that remains of the empire they sustained is an abandoned domain of ashes and rain. Just some old bloodstains and a bunch of empty chains are hiding in the domain of ashes and rain. The power has wanted it may not be back again. This is a lifeless domain of ashes and rain, a broken campaign with the end of a great reign. They're buried in the dusty domain of ashes and rain. When you're dead for days, days that turn to weeks. You know, also quietly you'll lay there in your cloak of shadow, how you take my path away. When your breaths make a rainbow, you sigh in a simple way, and then you let your smile show in this fragile world of gray. Remember, you're not solo, dead or alive. I will stay besides. I do need you, so all that I can do is pray that I'll hear you speak. Hello, tell me, are you here to stay? I don't want to see you go. Just shut your eyes, dear. Nothing to see here. No need to address the beautiful mess. These wounds I cannot heal. This heart cannot feel. Just keep your candle, dear. Nothing too warm here. You won't understand these quakes in my hands or why it's still dark despite your bright spark. Hold back your sobs, dear. Nothing to mourn here. This mind is far gone, so you should move on with your worried gaze and generous praise. Just hold your breath, dear. Nothing to say here. I can't take this anymore. I've said it thousands of times before, but in my head, not in front of you. That's the least I could do. if not for you, I give you all of me. The darkness comes settling in. The demons go on and on. As the darkness comes settling in, the demons begin to chant again. There is a real conspiracy existing through the ages of evil-centered strategy, but that infiltrates by stages. It started out with Lucifer, who sought his own promotion, his downfall. His downfall did not least deader his surreptitious position. Deception is the clever trick he uses with illusion. Because we are by nature sick, it causes with confusion. He tried to kill the royal line and stop the Lord's approaching, but like the demons and the swine, his fiery doom is roaring like a lion, rhyming, never ending. As darkness comes settling in, the demons go on, sovereign am by God's decree of hell for all eternity, where joy and peace are never known, nor light of day is ever thrown. My kingdom burneth with the fire, will flame and burn, and when time is done, and when chaos and confusion reign, extinguished are the stars and sun, but these their demons rage and strife and woe, and frailed like swine in my domain, where invocations, pleas and prayers to God for succor rise in vain. Rise in vain. Weep ye, curse, weep and groan. They sins, seas of tears cannot atone. Plead till the years are sepultured, and hell a mercy hath no throne. Heartless am I, my spirit knows no justice, mercy, feeling none. Hatred and envy and dire revenge have come to me. My spirit one, I laugh at misery, woe, and pain are of those my captives held in chain. When the sun and shut-in stars have left their sockets, waned and paled, still captives will they ever remain in Lucifer's charnel travail. Lucifer is called a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Presence overpowering bold as the blast, who's never known to shrink or cower. Accursed by him dropped from the throne, where naught but love and peace are known, because rebellion ceased my heart and made me thrust at him my dart. Thou hast rebelled, proud Lucifer, depart with those thy favorite hosts from thy imperial sacred place. Go down in shame, run in disgrace. Such was true, and mine the fate thrust through the portals, through the gate, down the precipitous road to hell, forever there to live and dwell. Hell leaped for joy, her host proclaimed. Proud Lucifer droppeth to his shame, reverberations of walls, the shrieks, the tempest, struggling up the steps. A sea surged and burned 10,000 folds. The deathless sea, the sinful souls. Mine the prerogative to remain, nay, naught but submission to that decree of him who shapes all destiny, the offer of immortality. Lucifer, why didst thou give the demon frauleton of thy soul to bring down judgment on thyself? Rhyme. As darkness comes settling in, the demons go on. That matter became manifest to the earth dwellers, that the measure possessed the night and the strength. When he established the corners of the earth by himself, he set up the sun and the moon, that the stones and the earth, the currents out at sea, the water and the sky. Through his wondrous might, a clean and profound circuit he encompassed, the measurer in his might in the whole of the Middle Earth. He can himself scar the seas of the bottom of the ocean, God's own Son, and he can count up the showers of rain and pain, insane in the membrane. As darkness comes settling in, I see a red door and I want to paint it black. I'm one of the things that goes bump in the night. I'm a born Satanist. I'm a happy little blob of custard, and you can't nail me to any wall. In fact, I'd pull those nails out of and aim them at you. Tell me how negative I am. Tell me how I'm filled with hate. You're not stupid, you're wrong. Dracula loves his brides. Dr. Frankenstein loved his monster. My satanic love burns fiercely, is perfect and uncompromised. And first, necessarily, I love myself and my own God. After all, and I put no gods before me. I'm uppermost in my mind. I always bring me flowers. Sometimes I realize I could have done something better. Sometimes I make mistakes. It's wonderful how I learn from these things. It's exciting to see, to have opportunity to be an even better me. Even when I deny myself something, withhold gratification is always in order to enjoy something even more fulfilling and worthwhile down the road. This is why I can hate so purely, so irrevocably, anything that wastes my precious time, energy, and attention alone with me. I love he who is me, me and me, be free. There I go, spit, and again, demons go on. Inside of my head, I go when again. Inside of my head, demons, darkness comes settling in. Demons go on. Inside of my head, the demons never stop again, never stop chanting again. Inside of my head, chanting again. The darkness comes settling in. The theory that called revolution, evolution is taught in our country today. It gives a simplistic solution that sweeps the creator away by focusing on the creation as something evolving indeed. The future of each generation should be a superlative breed, yet there is a factor prevailing that cannot be thereby ignored. There cannot be any pain sailing it if reason is thrown overboard. The truth is, we're not getting better. In fact, we're getting much worse. Unless God removes every fretter, we suffer the ultimate curse, the satanic curse.